Hospitality and food full of flavor symbolizes Greek cuisine, and at Peter's Place in Palo Alto, you'll find it all. A spit roasting goat, lamb and chicken over an open fire, a rustic fireplace, and wine from the islands. It can all be found at Evvia Estiatorio.
Hello, my name is Mario Ortega. I'm the executive chef here at Evvia. We're Greek-inspired with Mediterranean flavors. We source the best fish from Greece. We use suckling pigs on our menu, spring lamb. We don't necessarily try to compete with the latest trends in the sense of the food scene. We do play around with our menu, but I think those core items are what really makes this restaurant so interesting. We do what we do very well. We have also a sister restaurant in San Francisco, Kokari. We share a lot of the same signature dishes. We have an amazing wine list and a number of Greek wines, Saganaki, that salty flavor. Really, a lot of our Greek wines highlight our menu. We believe in philoxenia, which is a Greek word. Philoxenia is making a stranger your friend, and we believe that's very true to your staff as well. We do know each other's families, and we're friends, and we do things outside of the restaurant with each other. Very different than the norm. It's a place that you can come to highlight your artistic side, whether it be as a server or as a line cook or even as the chef. It's just, you get a lot of opportunity to really do what you want to do well. Here at Evvia, we will sweep you away to the Mediterranean and make you feel that you've been taken to Greece.
Now, Peter, you're European, and you've spent many summers in Greece.
Yes, I did. Actually, my parents brought us over, me and my sister, pretty much once in a while to Greece, and we spent a lot of time in Halkidiki, which wasn't really part of the island's life, but nevertheless, gave you an affordable and simple cuisine of that region.
How did you find Evvia?
My wife and I, we met about 7 years ago, and I was looking for a place to impress her, and ever since, our whole family now, with a little toddler, Brandon, is coming to visit almost once a month.
For 7 years, you've been eating there once a month?
Pretty much, yes.
Wow.
So it's absolutely delicious experiences that brings up some of the good memories back in Greece. The cuisine itself is famous for its grilled meats as well as the Mediterranean seafoods. One of the most interesting things about Evvia is that actually they use a wood-burning fireplace. Almost always you see there's something roasting. In my opinion, it's one of the better restaurants in San Francisco Bay Area.
Yeah, well, you're umming on the octopus,
totally
right?
agree.
You're like, oh!
It's one of those restaurants you go to and you actually feel like a better person having gone to it. I mean, it is amazing. You go in there and they treat you so well. It's like you're the special guest of the evening, and the dishes are amazing, so well seasoned. You can see that wood-burning oven off in the distance, and you know that everything that's coming out of there is just going to be delicious. I had the lamb, and they were so good. Like the seasoning on them, little smokiness coming out of the oven.
I love this. Keep going.
Yeah, it's just so good, and it's cooked. I had mine cooked medium rare, and it's that gaminess that you want, like that really gaminess of the lamb, the smokiness, and the herbs were just perfectly well balanced, and the smelt. My girlfriend's actually gluten intolerant.
Yeah.
And we were worried about the smelt because we thought it was breaded in bread, and it's actually breaded in chickpeas, which was great. And so she was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
And then, so we're all eating the smelt at this point and just having a great time.
Yeah.
And what about you, Seema?
So my favorite dish was by far the saganaki, which is a very traditional dish, but it comes with this really adorable little sachet of lemon and some herbs, and I could eat that every day for every meal, twice on Sundays type of thing.
That was a fried cheese?
There was the fried cheese appetizer. We ordered a bunch of appetizers, actually. I had gone with a friend who's vegetarian, and so I think this is a restaurant that's actually very vegetarian friendly, especially with all of the
Despite all the meat,
Despite all the meats,
you can get so many vegetarian options.
Yeah, there are a lot of plant-based and lentil-based dishes.
Branzini, or known as European sea bass, is one of the signature dishes at Evvia. It's a traditional Greek food which is really, really hard to get in the Bay Area. The dish needs to be deboned, but once the fish is deboned, you can taste a little bit of even flavor some of the areas that actually were touching the bone itself. So the fish is almost never ever dry. It's almost flaky and full of flavors of the Mediterranean seas.
So the octopus dish is so well made. It's in this dish of melted butter, and it's kind of fried off a little bit, and you just take a bite of it, and it's so good. It's so luxurious. You just want to keep eating more and more of it. I think if I go back, I'm just going to do sides, and I'm going to start with octopus.
We had a salmon dish that I thought was brilliant. So the salmon was served with a tomato ouzo and a potato puree. And so I was a little skeptical about the tomato ouzo, reduction, whatever that was, but it was really wonderful.
The lamb riblets, which are usually served during lunch, they're absolutely amazing. They're juicy without being substantial. They peel almost off the bone, and the meat, in terms of basks in flavors of Mediterraneans. A lot of Greek food is so easy to get it wrong because there's a feta cheese, there's sun-dried tomatoes that actually add a lot of saltiness to Greek dishes. Evvia actually derives from those balances. So when you actually taste the meat itself, it almost makes your palate go live, and it's a very vibrant and light cuisine.
And the nice thing about it, and that I love, as well as their sister restaurant Kokari, is that they have California wines, they have French wines, they have but you really need to drink Greek. Everybody say drink Greek, please, because there are so many gorgeous Greek wines, and the cuisine itself, as you were saying, lends itself to things like a Sirtigo from Santorini and Moscofilero, a crisp white, and so I always encourage people, please drink Greek, and this is the place to do it.
And absolutely, yes. So in terms of sommeliers, usually they're very well educated and they really understand the menu extremely well. So if you're really in doubt at any point in time, you can ask a sommelier for a recommendation.
I think the waitstaff there is very knowledgeable. Beyond the sommelier, they had us try a few different Greek wines. I told them I usually drink Pinot. They brought out some Greek style Pinots and let us taste and sample some before we decided on the one we wanted. So that was really wonderful.
Probably made you drink Zino Mavro, which is similar
I had
to
Zino
Pinot Noir.
Mavro, and I have to say, outside of Burgundy, that has got such a great
and it's
acid.
not Pinot Noir, it's a different grape variety, Zino Mavro.
But it's very similar,
It has lightness and brightness.
Very lightness, and it's got really good acids and tannins, which goes so well with lamb.
Right.
When you're eating a really nice, gamey, spicy piece of lamb and drinking Zino Mavro, everything is in balance. You're in a happy
See, you guys,
space.
look at that, Zino Mavro, Sirtico. You guys have the whole Greek thing down. Opa! All right, Peter, this is your spot. Give us a quick summary.
Evvia is famous for its grilled meats with interesting undertones, smoky undertones, as well as richness of its food. Do check it out, downtown Palo Alto.
Okay, and Keith?
Evvia is the place to go for lamb and octopus.
And Seema?
From the food to the ambiance to the service, Evvia is a great choice.
All right, if you would like to try Evvia Estiatorio, it's on Emerson at University in Palo Alto. The telephone number is 650-326-0983. It's open for lunch Monday through Friday and every night for dinner. Reservations are recommended, and the average tab for dinner without drinks is around $45.